the whole world boss. I am your gracious host, Caspian Montgomery. Welcome, Gaza Nation, to another episode of the Vybz Kartel Show. Today, we'll be explaining dancehall to the Patois illiterate, and this song is monumental for dancehall. This is a representation of what the culture truly is, and it is proof that dancehall will never be going anywhere anytime soon. So without further ado, teacher, please begin.
Billy bounce, yeah. Every bad man and every dog, yeah. I agree with your boss, yeah. Fuck up the place of the rum, yeah.
Ardy, the innocent, begins the first verse by telling us to Willie Bounce. And Willie Bounce is a dance that I believe was created by the legendary Mr. Bogle. And the first time that I heard it was when Elephant Man put out the song Willie Bounce. So that is a very important piece of dancehall history. And then he tells every bad man, every Gaza thug, to just have a great time. We are all smoking high grade, the finest Jamaican marijuana, and we are drinking Jamaican rum, and we are going to F-U-C-K up the whole place. We are going to have a great time. Everyone is partying and dancing, and that is the way dancehall should be.
You look better than Beyonce. Y'all a pray you me baby, what do that done say? Me got the oxygen for your lungs, eh? Make your pum pum speak in a tongue, eh?
The dancehall king, and I repeat, king, then finds a woman at the party, and he says to the woman, "You look better than Beyonce," and she must be radiating with beauty in order to look better than Beyonce. She must be a Jamaican girl. And then he says that he has been watching her, he has been looking at her, and he sees her. She's with a dunce. She's with a man that is very corny and does not deserve such a woman. And he tells her that he is the oxygen for her lungs. It was love at first sight for the boss, and he will make her vagina speak in tongues. Think of that line. He's going to just mash up her mind and her vagina hole. And with that last line, we have reached the glorious dancehall chorus.
Dancehall can't start forever and ever. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start forever and ever. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start.
Our great Gaza leaders chorus is just impeccable. It is just amazing. It moves me so much every single time I hear it. It just it breathes the energy of dancehall right into my soul. He says that dancehall, it cannot stall. It is forever and ever. And this is such a true statement, and a lot of that does have to do with Vybz Kartel keeping the brand going for forever, because he is a living legend, and he just repeats dancehall can't stall, and he embeds it into our brain, letting us know that if any person ever thought, just for a second, that dancehall would ever stop, they are completely wrong. And this song is just legendary in my mind, so I had to cover it, because without Vybz Kartel, there is no dancehall, and without dancehall, there is no Vybz Kartel.
Dancehall can't dead yet. Can I feel your spin from the lady yet? Fashion and style of his set yet. Star of the band when you check say.
Mr. Palmer begins the second verse by telling us that dancehall will never die, and I repeat, it will never die. And then he says to the women that you have to spin upon your head, and if you've ever seen Jamaican women dancing. It is a sight to see. I've never seen anything like it. They're on their head, their legs are split open. You can see the boom boom. It is just moving around and gyrating, and every time I go into a trance when I watch it. And then he says that fashion and style, they set the trends. I've never seen anything like that either. The way they dress, it has always impressed me since a young boy, and I was always intrigued by the style and fashion. And then he says a star has to be born. So when you get your check, your money, you must make yourself into a star, because every single ghetto youth is a star. Remember me tell you that.
Me a rub on me bleaching cream, yeah. See me in a Portmore scheme, yeah. I feel have rum for the team, yeah. Tell everybody say you're free fi come in, yeah.
The boss of all bosses then tells us that he is rubbing on his bleaching cream. At one point he was the White Cartel, but I believe he is now back to Blacker Cartel. And then he says you can find him in a Portmore scheme, which is our equivalent to a project or a hood. So you can catch him in that particular part of Jamaica, in the hood. And then he says he has to have rum for his team. He will provide the liquor. And for those of you who do not know, Vybz Kartel is quite the businessman. So he had his own rum. It was called Street Vibes Rum, and since I cannot get my hands on it, I will just have to drink my Hennessy. And then he tells everyone that they can come in for free. Tonight's party is on the boss. And for those of you who do not know, he also used to host, I believe, a dance party. I think it was every Thursday, and he's just a man of many hats. He has quite the business acumen, and when he hits the road, I can just imagine how many more businesses and Jamaican people he is going to employ. Bravo! And with that last line, we've reached the dancehall chorus once again. Please pray it.
Dancehall can't start forever and ever. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start forever and ever. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start.
I would like to take this moment to thank Gaza Nation and the rest of the dancehall community for accepting me and showing me so much kindness and support and love. I am just indebted to you, because dancehall is my everything. It has changed my life. It has saved me. It has taught me so much, and I know when the boss comes home, it is going to be complete pandemonium, and he will take dancehall to an entire new level. I know this is going to happen, and I just wanted to thank everyone for letting me be a part of the greatest community, the greatest genre of music on the entire earth. Big up yourself, Jamaica.
Y'all come see the act. Me slam you like a door, me a lock. If a baby you want, me have a top stock. Boy, baby, when you get a back shot.
World Boss begins the third and final verse by telling this particular woman to come over here and dance with him. And then he says that he's going to slap her up like a door that he is locking. And that does not mean slap her in a violent way. That means his pelvic region is going to be smashing against her body or her front side, whichever way they are dancing. And then he tells the woman, if you want to be impregnated by the king of dancehall and have a little prince or princess, his sperm is top stock. And then he says, if you want a boy baby, then we will have to have sex doggy style. And I believe that is how my son Kingston was born, because he is a male. So it had to have been the back shots.
Girl, be a bigger when you get a lap. Tell your tight, you know, babes. Slap a rat chop. Lobster me be with a little lamb chop. Big dance later, you have to hot.
The dancehall hero then gives us instructions on how to have a female baby. He says, I believe that when the woman rides on top of you, that is how you produce a female baby. And then he says that this particular woman, her vagina is very tight, like a mouse trap. Think of that, it just will snap right on the penis and close shut, and you probably can't even escape. And then he says lobster he's going to bake with a little lamb chop. And I don't know if that is a slang in Jamaica. Would somebody please tell me in the comment section? Or if he's just going to cook dinner, because there is a big dance later and the woman has to be hot. So she has to be either full and ready to dance, or he's going to cook dinner for her while she gets ready, because we all know women take a lot of time to get ready to go anywhere. And with that last line, we have reached the end of another Vybz Kartel masterpiece, Gaza Nation. This song has so much importance in dancehall. This is actually the theme song for dancehall in my eyes. So just a wonderful, wonderful song by Vybz Kartel. So impressive, such a legendary song. As always, would you please like, subscribe, comment, and share? And I must say this because this is how the channel grows. And also, hit the notification bell if you can, because a lot of people aren't getting notifications of when a lot of us upload new videos. I've heard the same complaints from people with Yeti Boss and all the other Gaza bloggers. People are saying they haven't got the notifications for us, so you must hit the notification bell. I will not take up any more of your time, so until we meet again, it is Gaza me say, forever.
Dancehall can't start forever and ever. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start forever and ever. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall, me everything, everything.